So we're about to enter the final sitting week of the year in Canberra, and in a sign that the Prime Minister wants a fight on housing, the Labor government has revealed it won't agree to the Greens' compromise to push through the Help to Buy and Build to Rent bills. The Assistant Immigration Minister Matt Thistlethwaite joins us live now out of Canberra. Matt, good to see you. Thanks for your company as always. So, why no bueno
G'day,
to the compromise?
Well, because the Greens' approach is off with the pixies. It's economically irresponsible. It costs $20 billion, about $1.8 million per social house, and that's simply not affordable. And then you've got the coalition, who are meant to be economically responsible, blocking housing reform as well. So you've got this LNG coalition, Liberal National Greens, teaming up to block sensible reform associated with building more homes for Australians, particularly for essential workers like nurses, teachers, police officers, AMBOs, fireys, all of these people that deserve housing near where they live, and the LNG coalition is blocking all of it.
Without the Greens, though, your bills are doomed, right?
Well, we think that they're sensible reforms, and we did go to the last election and we got a mandate for them. Help to Buy will ensure that more Australians can buy their own home with a co-investment from the government. And we're still getting on with building social and affordable housing. The Housing Australia Future Fund will fund 13,500 new homes across the country for those workers this year. But we could be doing more. And the priority of this government's been cost of living, and we want to do more, but you've got the LNG coalition stopping it.
So if you want to build your re-election hopes, though, around a policy and effectively get a mandate on it, how do you sell something to the public that's failed in Parliament?
Well, I think we've been pretty successful when you look at what we've achieved so far, Pete. Tax cuts for everyone, energy rebates,
nothing on housing, though.
Cheaper childcare, cheaper medicine, boosting Medicare. We've got real wages moving again. We've got record low unemployment. One of the few nations in the world that hasn't gone into recession in the wake of COVID. We've achieved quite a bit. We want to get these housing reforms through. We also want to get the Future Made in Australia through. And the caps on international
But those reforms on the housing, that's the question I'm asking. So how do you sell that to the public? If you're going to make that the policy du jour for the next election, how do you sell that to the public if you've had no success in the Parliament? Why would the punters buy it?
Well, we have had success in the Parliament. The Housing Australia Future Fund was our major policy. That's been established. They've had their first allocation of funds that will fund 13,500 new social and affordable homes. The largest increase in rent assistance that we've ever had. We've had 120,000 Australians that we've helped to get into their first home with a 5% deposit and no mortgage insurance. We've done a hell of a lot more than any other government's done in the last 20 years. And contrast that with the coalition, who've got zero policies, not one, that will assist Australians get into their new home or get into social and affordable housing. They stopped building new social and affordable housing. In fact, they were selling it off so that we were reducing their housing stock. We've achieved quite a bit as a first-term government. We want to do more, but the Greens and the coalition are stopping that.
Is this the last sitting week before the election, Matt?
Well, we're scheduled to come back in February, and the reality is the person that calls the election is the Prime Minister. So I'm working on the assumption that we will be back next year. That's why we're continuing to prosecute the case for these important reforms, all aimed at ensuring that we're doing more to help Australians with the cost of living. That's been the number one priority of this government since day dot, and it continues to be the number one priority of this government, helping more Australians with cost of living support.
All right, Matt Thistlethwaite, we will leave it there. Thank you. Talk to you again soon.